What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Overnight here, Tech and Games Crusader. Told you guys I was going to be able to get a hold of these. It just took a little longer than expected, but here we have the eSamCore magnetic plate wireless charger compatible in white to put on the Oculus / Meta Quest 2 for attaching our currently the Black Shark mag cooler, because I've found no better fan of quicker cooling of these type of magnetic coolers than this. So I've got one ordered from Taiwan, but it says it could be here between yesterday and April 14th, so I'm not holding my breath on it, but I will do a content overview for it whenever it's received. So let's go ahead and get into this. This is $13.99 on Amazon, and it has two in here. So as you can see, the package size is 80 by 120 by 5 millimeters thick, but that is not the item itself. So parameters above are derived from the laboratory of eSamCore. The actual parameters may differ from product to product. Actual delivery is subject to customers' purchase style. So you can see here, 2-pack in white. We got tear here, so those never go as planned. So let's just get access to it however we can. I put and didn't even know it. Didn't even mean to. Not rhyming. Alright. Same thing. If the products were damaged during using, please email us at support@emobilepress.com for a new replacement or refund. So they have two quality control tags, or I should say seals, on here. So that tells me that the company does care about the actual production and quality of these. This should be perfect for the fit here. Oh yeah, that'll fit very well. It is flexible to a point, kind of like a refrigerator magnet. But as you can see, the top of it has this vinyl type of finish on it to keep from scratching the cooler itself surface, and to also give a better transfer of the cooling. Even though it's not meant for cooling, it's just meant for charging. So not specifically for cooling, but we're going to see how it works. Having that ability to flex also lets it go better on the Quest 2. We'll do it like that. Because of the contours on the front of the Quest 2 is not flat, as you can see. By the way, guys, this is a future mod that I'm working on. As you can see, I'm using a headset here that's wireless and using that with it, so stay tuned for that. I'm always trying to work on getting something modded or improve the use and quality of something more than what the factory specifications and ideals of the product is meant for. Alright, one moment, guys, let me get this off and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I can't see very well through just looking at the screen on the phone, so I had to put it up in front of my eyes. Now, we've got this removed. Let's go ahead and wipe this down. Make sure that there's no dust or residue on here. Let's wipe this down, get the moisture off of it. And we're just trying to line it up right above the word, or right below the word Oculus in the center. Let's go ahead and apply pressure across one side, working our way over. And what does this do? It keeps it from having any ripples and having a better connection surface on the bottom. So it'd be even better if the next Quest has wireless charging, key charging built into it. That would be awesome. But here and there, this magnet does have enough Gauss strength to be able to hold. But it does not have enough strength to disrupt the performance and usage of the Quest 2. Let's go ahead and wipe down the interface cooling surface pad again. Alright, so the way that I've been using it is with the USB Type-C facing up. May bring that further up just to have better connection. This definitely holds a lot better than those little metal rings, for sure. Where it is 3M double-sided tape on here for the adhesive, you know it's going to hold very well. Alright. If I really, really wanted to, I could just cover the Oculus logo. I mean, since it's no longer, according to Meta, recognized as an Oculus product, but as a Meta product. Also, guys, I can't use a front cover with the K2 from KK Cobb VR on here, so I've taken the screen panel for the Look mod off of the AMVR shell for the Quest 2, and I'm thinking about, wait, I've got the nano tape on here, mounting it on the outside edge frame like this until I can get some actual fabrication done with a company for having a screen and cover with cooling built in. So the one thing that this does that the rings don't do, it raises the surface up a lot more. To where the bezeling on the front of the Quest 2, as you can see, it's not flat at all. It's very rounded. The bezeling does keep it from being able to have a better connection surface than the low profile rings do. So It may end up being for having a front cover with the LCD panel that I go about it by using side clips that go over the side connecting arms of the headset to slide on, and then it only comes up to here, and it still has vents all the way around, as well as maybe two of these like that, and then the screen over top of it. The main thing is we just don't want to cover up our sensor cameras, so that is the biggest concern. There's a reason that I had this offset in the initial use of it, to where this is a more flat surface, and it's right next to where the fan and the impeller fan inside the headset comes through at. The Gauss power of this magnet is not as much as if it was just a metal surface, though. So I still have the original metal pad that came with the Black Shark mag cooler. As well, I still have the other cooler I was using, which is the YKZ. I mean, this would make a huge difference, but it's not white. You have to feel for where the most flatness is to be able to use something like this, opposed to just putting it on the front of a shell. Now, if I really wanted to, I could modify this shell by just clipping all this stuff off beyond there. And then maybe do a hot knife cutout on the front, or have someone do it for me, because I can't use heat things because of blood disease. It's really frustrating to be able to have maybe even slide overs or ropes on the sides that can hold it on the side arms here, so it would come back to right here, have a hole, and then a loop that goes through that holds it behind here. So that way it's in. Oh yeah, guys, this is what I was talking about. So this is a magnetic 100 watt fast charging port, USB 3.1 Gen 2. And this is a simple OTG USB-C and USB 3 output splitter. So you can be able to use dongles here for using wireless headphones with the Quest 2. And these are the Alienware. Very, very comfortable. And the colors match very well to the Quest, as you can see. And for $60, it's definitely worth it. And that was the high price for them. So, but yeah, that's let's see. If I can get this to go. And what kind of hold it has. I mean, the hold at the bottom is not bad. Keep turning on the headset. But having a custom, slightly curved base on these would make a huge difference on the transfer rate. Because as soon as you plug this thing in, you've got cooling for days. And I am serious on how much cooling this thing produces. See, this is the accessory port that I had set up for being able to run the screen. Plugs in right there, out of view of the camera. For the look mod, if I do it to where it's like this, it's very janky looking, but being able to have both the cooling and the screen makes it kind of a double threat, triple threat even. So you got not only a fan, but you have the cooling, and you have the screen. So you got charge port here, charge port here. Remember, this one, I've disconnected the battery leads, so it has to be plugged in to be able to function, because I don't want a battery functioning in front of my face like that. It's just not a pleasant idea or a good decision. We already have the battery inside of the headset, so that's just safety 101. But you can see I'm not impeding the fan performance, because it still gets airflow. Also, it has exhaust out the sides. But yeah, that's where we are currently on the process of modifications with the ability of getting an all-white integrated cooling and front cover for the Quest 2. Looking here, we didn't use their alcohol pad. So we could actually make use of this clear sticker to have it permanently stuck on there instead. But I'd rather not do that. Sorry guys, I'm kind of out of it today. It's been a long weekend. But, I mean, I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I am for being able to have an integrated cooling and screen mod. And I'm still trying to find a vendor or manufacturer for this idea. Like I said, this is not a finalized design. This is just an idea of taking parts that are off the shelf that you can be able to purchase to combine and make a mod that does these things. But the idea is to have an 80 by 32 LED screen that is full color, along with some sort of semiconductive cooling fan and panel solution that goes against the front of the headset. What this does, you may think, oh, well, it's not going to do anything because all it's going to do is just make the casing cool. Not true. when you have your internal temperature of the SoC for the XR2 chip getting warm, it transfers all of that heat into the headset through the vents on the inside edges, and at the lenses itself, they just get warmer, and that's why they would fog up. So what we're trying to do is lower the temperature of the chip, because what I do is I use ADB commands through SideQuest to keep my headset overclocked. So I'm running it at 60% higher performance than what it's designed to do. And I couldn't do that at normal temperature without it shutting down because the battery gets too hot. Well, this keeps the battery cooler and it keeps the headset chip running cooler, so it has less frame dips, just like you would have, you know, with video card cooling or CPU cooling in a PC. This does the same thing for the Oculus Quest 2. And I'm just trying to get this out there as a solution. You know how you have the intercoolers and radiators for the valve index? Well, I'm trying to make something like that for the Quest 2. The only way that makes sense is a cover that goes on that may stick out about that far to be able to have your screen on here. There we go. With your screen on there, all you would need is, you know, thin fans and your semiconductor plate. It could stick out as far as here, and it would still be okay. Like, it could just be like that. If you had a full front covering of semiconductive properties for radiated refrigerant cooling on the front of the headset, that means you have less heat going into the headset, less hot air going over your eyes, and more performance of the headset. So what Facebook, Meta did when they built the Quest 2, they built for a size standard and shape compactness within the budget value of what they were spending. So it's, if I had access to all the things I could normally do, I would already have this done and we'd have it on the market, and we would probably, for the combination of value with what you have in a cooling solution as well as a LCD screen that is Bluetooth programmable with full animations and images, I would pay $80 for this as a unit that could attach. That's what I would put it for, $79.99. But you have to look at your parts and pieces cost. This came off of Shine Glass goggles, which are $50. This cooler was $69.99 with a 30% off coupon. So if you did something like this, this is $18. But it would have to be a modified version. As I said, you know, whenever I was testing out for the K2, trying to see how far I could get this on, I cracked it because this blocks being able to put a face cover on, or a headset cover on rather. These, I don't think, are going to be the solution to go with. I think the best thing would be to use nano tape because I've found nothing better than nanotape for being able to stick to everything. This stuff, it's like gel, but it retains its adhesive properties, and I'm using it here, as you can see, to provide a lifting to where there's a space for airflow. But I'm going to leave it here, guys. Just want to give you an update on what I'm doing, been trying to do for the last 6.5 months with these products and mods. And if you have any questions or comments, you can feel free to leave them below. And if you like the video, give a thumbs up. If you want to know when I have new content going live, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, for giveaway purposes, or if you want to know whenever I have new things coming in that may be potential future content, consider following on Twitter at Xyber. And guys, this is Xyber, your Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.